Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon, all the viewers. Today we're going to have Dr. Lim again. Dr. Lim will going to share with us. I guess a lot of parents since the pandemic and the online school studying, a lot of children are actually spending more time on their digital gadgets, and the parents are having a great time or a good time keep on changing their glasses, right? So Dr. Lim, today we're going to talk more about the myopia problem and what is it exactly about. So hi, Dr. Lim.
Hi, hello everyone.
Hi, Dr. Lim.
Thanks for
So,
having me.
Dr. Lim, I would like to, I would appreciate that if you can share with us. I think a lot of people
Mm,
would not understand, like, what is actually myopia like, and what is
mm.
this myopia term that is being used? What is the common term for myopia?
Okay, myopia is actually it's a medical term. In layman terms, it's called short-sightedness actually. Short-sightedness or near-sightedness.
Mm,
I think Cantonese they call it 近視.
mm,
So actually, what is this short-sightedness? Well, as the name itself implies, short-sightedness means that your sight, or rather your vision, is limited to a short distance in front of you. In other words, distant objects will appear blur, but near objects will be clear. So that is actually what is meant by short-sightedness or myopia.
Okay. So that means in the common terms, where we always use myopia, but in our layman terms, it's actually 近视. And I
Mhm.
believe now a lot of children are actually having this problem. They are actually on
Yes.
glasses and having this problem.
Mhm.
So why is this? Is this a common thing? Is this like common now, or you know,
Mm. Okay.
or is it because children are too much on the gadgets and things like that? Is it very common? Because I see like out of 10 children, maybe, can I say 6 or 7 of them or more?
Yes, very possible. I would say at least half.
Half
Five
lah.
or maybe, yeah, probably 6 to 7 of them. Yes,
Mm,
they will be wearing some form of glasses
mm,
actually.
mm,
So actually, from our own observation, yes, myopia seems to be a very common disorder. In fact, if you look at studies or figures from worldwide, the problem of myopia is actually increasing so much so that it's actually called a pandemic. That means it's like uh, it's all over the world. Is the this condition is actually increasing number. In
mm.
fact, from studies, they say that by the year 2050, 50% of the world population will be expected to be myopic or
Okay.
short-sighted. Mhm.
Is it because of the lifestyle? Is it lifestyle that actually caused this? I
Mhm.
mean, if you compare to like olden days,
Mhm.
we have less children actually on glasses. Is it because of lifestyle, food intake, and things like that that actually is more common now, and then it's already been forecast that it will get worse, right?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay, well, if you want to talk about what causes myopia, actually, so far there is no single clear-cut factor or cause for myopia, but there is a there is strong evidence that certain things can actually contribute to development of myopia. I
Mm,
think the one which has the strongest evidence contributing to myopia is excessive or prolonged use of your near vision.
mm,
So by this, I would say I'm actually referring to the use of our devices, like the handphones or your tablets,
mm,
or even reading itself, reading any kind of near visual activity. So all this prolonged use of near visual activity actually contributes a lot to the development of myopia. This is probably related to accommodation. That means when we are looking, or when the child is looking at something near to their face, the eye muscle, the so-called ciliary muscle, or the muscle for focusing near, tends to be very active, and over time this actually can contribute to development of myopia or even progression of existing myopia. The other thing is there's also some scientific evidence that suggests that spending less time outdoors, that means like less exposure to like natural light, bright natural sunlight, that itself can also like be favorable towards development of myopia. And then other things like, yes, genetic factors are also there. There is actually no single gene for myopia that has been actually identified, but there are actually it's actually quite a complex interplay of many multiple genes, I would say.
mm,
More evidence for this genetic contribution towards myopia it has been observed that if the parent or both parents are myopic, short-sighted, there's a very, very high likelihood that their children will also be short-sighted, myopia as well.
Okay. Looks like quite a lot of causes that actually would contribute to it, right?
Yes.
But I think most importantly, we have to understand how, and I believe like Dr. Lim now, in this upcoming webinar in next week, you're going to share a bit more in detail that what is actually this myopia and how we can actually I won't say prevent, Dr. Lim, right? We
Yes, I would say control more of.
Yeah, more of a control. Yeah, so you want to share a bit more on that, I believe. So I also believe that a lot of parents would actually want to find out more, even though it's a very common disorder. Out of maybe they have 2 children or 3 children or 4 children, out of 2 or 3, they will probably have one who are actually on glasses, or even out of them, 3 of them are actually wearing glasses. So they would want to find out how can they actually able to help the child to control it, so that they don't keep on changing, not just because of RM value cost that they actually going to spend, but what will be the eventual consequences that they will actually face when they grow older. So I believe all this you will actually share with us more in depth, I would say. Right, Dr. Lim?
Yes, that's
So
right.
we're going to have a next session. Dr. Lim going to share a bit more on this same topic again. So we will join us on our live in our next session. So we will going to have this webinar on the 17th of February, which is next Thursday at 8:30 p.m. So click the link that we provide here. All right. And then you click and register, and you can join us at this webinar via the Zoom, and you can have a direct interactions with Dr. Lim and ask questions, pertaining with the myopia problems, what are your children facing the problems, or any eye-related problems as well. Okay, so join us on our next session, and then if you would like to find out more, join us in our upcoming webinar. So all the attendees were actually entitled for a free eye screening with Dr. Lim, all right? So terms and condition applies. So you just join us for our webinar to entitle for that. Okay. So stay sharp, stay safe, as the numbers are increasing again. Right, Dr. Lim?
Yes, that's
so
right.
everybody just have to stay safe. Okay. Thank you, Dr. Lim, for today's sharing.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.